On this episode of How to Do Florida, one lucky fan of the show was chosen for a
Florida Yard Makeover.
They'll see their lawn go from yawn to a sustainable Florida yard with beautiful native landscaping.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
And Chef Justin gives us his snappy, melt-in-your-mouth recipe for golden crab burgers.
Krabby Patties, right? Your version. Sure.
Up and at 'em.
The heck?
It's time to do Florida.
Hey, today we're showing you how to do a Florida yard.
If you own a home in Florida, chances are you own a yard too. What if you had a yard full of native Florida plants? Landscaping that's beautiful, requires very little water, saves you money, next to no chemicals, and attracts all sorts of birds and butterflies. That took us to Palmasola in the Bradenton area, where we surprised How to Do Florida superfan Bernie Volkman with the Florida Yard Makeover. Boy, was she happy to see us. Bernie and her husband Brad love their home on Florida's Gulf Coast.
We have a big yard and there's just way too much maintenance with having to get it cut and having to get it treated, etc. Everything we have to do, it's just too much.
Not only are Brad and Bernie getting a complete yard makeover, but we're treating them to a spectacular day of Florida fun while we do it.
I am so super excited and I can't wait to see what they have planned.
You know what we have to do?
What?
We have to get you out of here.
Oh,
Come on this
okay.
way. But don't worry, I've got a beautiful Florida day lined up for you. You're gonna go to Bridge Street and you're gonna have an amazing time, okay? I've got it all planned. But right now, I need you to get in this car because we've got a lot of work to do. All right. Driver, take him to Bridge Street.
Are you guys ready? Yeah! Are you ready? Yeah! We have 8 hours to flip this Florida yard. Who's ready? Yeah! Okay, and go! Go, 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 go!
We've called in some landscaping heavyweights to help us out today. The Florida Association of Native Nurseries and the Florida Wildflower Foundation.
Ponce de Leon landed here in 1513. He did name it La Florida, Land of Flowers. And we've lost a lot over the last 500 years because of development and habitat degradation. So we are trying to restore that by educating homeowners and bringing back the flower in La Florida.
Florida Association of Native Nurseries is what we call the business end of native plants. We've got growers, retailers, landscape professionals, and environmental consultants ready to help make native plants a reality for your landscape.
So right now it's mayhem in this yard. We started about 10 minutes ago and already they've taken away all the front landscaping. They're pulling this big tree out. All of this stuff is coming out and it's happening fast.
To give us an overview of exactly what we're doing to Bernie's yard, I caught up with our project manager, Tom Heitzman, the owner of Sweet Bay Nursery.
Okay, so here's the plan.
Yeah, let's look at the plan. We're tying off the existing plantings that are here, creating more of a buffer to the street over there.
Okay.
Bringing in some pine trees out front. Then we've got our edibles up close to the patio. Beyond the edible garden, we have our wildflower garden, which is going to bring in lots of butterflies and pollinators.
This Florida yard is going to save Bernie so much. He's going to use 70% less water, no chemicals, and it's going to be so much easier to maintain. Bernie is going to love this yard.
To make room for all these native plants in Bernie's yard, we're going to have to take out grass, a lot of it.
Why are we taking out so much grass, Tom?
Because it's a major consumption of water and fertilizer and pesticides.
Well, Bernie is going to love this because one of her major complaints was having to maintain this yard. She has someone who cuts it, she has a guy who sprays it, she has a sprinkler guy, and so this is going to reduce a lot of that maintenance and upkeep, right?
Probably by at least 70%.
Wow. Bernie, you're welcome.
Speaking of Bernie, her and Brad are no doubt having a blast out exploring Florida, but I bet she's wondering about our progress.
Okay, let's give Bernie a little update and see what she said. There we go, grass is gone. Send.
Grass is gone, honey. Cool.
While Bernie won't miss the grass, there was one plant that was very special to Bernie.
We have one special plant that we'd like to keep, and it's our bird of paradise. And after my mom passed away, I went to a course on grieving, and they gave everybody a bird of paradise plant. When I come out of the house, the first plant I see is the bird of paradise, and it's very symbolic to me, seeing that I've had it since my mom passed.
Chad, are you about done with that hole?
I think so. What do you
It's time I got my hands dirty. I'm going to help landscape designer Heather Hill with some of the tree planting.
What are we doing here?
We're going to plant this Simpson stopper tree. It's a beautiful tree, great for a driveway area that's not too tall.
Okay.
And attracts birds and pollinators.
So Simpson stopper, where'd they get the name? What is this? Kind of a weird name.
Well, the berries are edible,
Okay.
and the stopper part means that it kind of stops you up.
Okay, so not for human consumption, maybe in a pinch if you had to.
In a pinch, I have been known to eat it, only if you're really hungry.
Okay, but the birds like it, and that's
The
the
birds
important
really
thing,
do
right?
like it, right.
Okay, good.
We're going to fill in the hole back
Okay.
with the dirt that you just dug out. But this time we're going to fill it in and then saturate it with water and really get it wet. We don't want any air bubbles in with our roots because they won't be able to get the moisture they need from the soil contact.
All right, we're planting trees. It's happening.
The last step in proper tree planting, build a moat for proper watering volume.
So you want a solid moat.
You don't really have to smack it.
Oh, you do. You have to smack it. It's standard.
He's out of control.
Chad, this tree's crooked.
Crooked, are you joking? You're crooked. Stand right here.
You gotta look at it from all angles.
I just spent 30 minutes placing this tree, Tom.
We won't damage your smack job there.
Just don't mess up the
You
moat.
did a nice watering.
Okay, Tom, what do you think now? It's
Oh, much better,
Much better?
Yeah, that looks great. Good job.
Okay. Dude, that thing looks fun to drive.
Tom's underutilizing my mechanical wisdom. It's time to fast track this makeover.
Is this not helpful?
Up next, Chef Justin is building a better burger.
Today, we are making golden crab burgers.
And later, while their yard is being flipped, Bernie and Brad visit Flipper.
Bernie, how are the dolphins? They were frolicking.
You're watching How to Do Florida. We'll be right back.
Hey, today Chef's working with, thing's still alive. Chef's working with the golden crab.
That's right, we made golden crab burgers with cucumber and sweet pepper relish.
Oh, yes, he did. Chef is cooking the golden crab today. Not the golden goose, but the golden crab.
That's right, today, Chad, we have a unique seafood species here, golden crab.
Chef, you're going to show us how to do something unique with this crab. What are you going to show us today?
That's right, today we are making golden crab burgers, and it's just gonna melt in your mouth. The first thing we're gonna do is we are gonna make a cucumber and sweet pepper side dish to go along with our crab patty. So we have Florida cucumbers here, we're gonna get those in the bowl. Florida sweet peppers, we've got red and yellow going in. Just gonna have great texture. All right, so my parsley's going in, my fresh herbs are going in. I got chives, a little bit of thyme. This is gonna give it some great flavor.
Okay.
A little bit of red onions going in, a little bit of vinegar. And then we're just gonna mix this together. Flavorful, yummy, and good for you. We boiled the crabs, we kind of took them apart, we got the meat out. All right, so my crab meat's going in. Then I'm gonna start adding a little bit of celery. This is gonna give it a nice crunch. I got some diced Florida tomatoes going in. A little bit of jalapeno. This is gonna give it a nice little spice. Now I've got a little bit of seafood seasoning, some diced onions. Now we're gonna go with a little mayonnaise, and what this is gonna do, Chad, is this really gonna bind everything together. And we're gonna also add some cheddar cheese. Now this is sharp cheddar cheese. I really love the bitiness of sharp cheddar, one of my favorites. Now we don't wanna work this too hard because we don't wanna break up those nice clusters of crab meat that we worked hard to get out of there. We've got our buns, and you can really use any kind of buns you like. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put a little bit of this crab stuff on each of the buns, the top and the bottom. Finally, we just want to top this with just a little more cheese before it goes in the broiler, both the top and the bottom. Perfect.
Looks good, Chef.
All right, you want to throw these in under the broiler for me, Chad?
Sure, on it.
These are only going to cook for a couple minutes. We're going to watch them. We want them gooey and bubbly before we take them out. We want to make sure they're not burned, so don't go anywhere while they're in a hot broiler. All right, Chad, I think they're ready. Let's have them.
Ha!
It's hot. Be careful.
Ooh, coming in hot, Chef.
All right.
Oh, man,
That
they look
looks good. We're gonna do a little side of our cucumber and sweet pepper. So we're gonna do lettuce.
Oh, we're still garnishing these, right?
Yeah, tomato.
So you could put pickle on there. You could dress it just like a cheeseburger, essentially,
You
right?
certainly could, essentially, and that's exactly what it is. Okay, and then we're going to marry the two, just like that.
Oh, that looks good, Chef.
All right, Chad, we're done. Are you ready to dive in or what?
Chef, they smell good. They look good.
They do.
I'm ready to go for it.
Let's do it.
This was mine right here, right? Oh.
Yeah. All right, Chad, what do you think?
Coming up,
They're here.
the big reveal of Bernie's Florida Yard Makeover.
Take off your glasses.
We're in Bradenton, Florida, where contest winner Bernie Volkman is getting a Florida yard makeover. We're taking her work-intense yard and turning it into a beautiful, low-maintenance Florida landscape. All while Bernie and her husband Brad enjoy a fun Florida day on us.
Okay, it's 1:30.
It's getting tight here.
I see a lot of dirt behind me. He's sweating a little bit. Look at that. He's sweating a little bit.
I think we'll get it. We're gonna cut it close.
Okay.
Let's just put it that way.
Okay, time to check in on Bernie and Brad.
Bernie, how are the dolphins? They were frolicking. Does it get any better than that? Hey guys, Bernie saw frolicking dolphins today. The dolphins were frolicking. You can't top a dolphin, especially when they're frolicking.
One of the main features of this Florida yard makeover will be native wildflowers. I caught up with Lisa Roberts from the Florida Wildflower Foundation.
Let's talk wildflowers. I know there's going to be a lot of wildflowers in Bernie's yard here. So what do we have here?
It's actually our state wildflower.
This one is right here.
Yes, yes.
So this is the big one.
In my view, this is the best one for a bedding plant. It has a nice form and it stays compact and it reseeds really, really well. This is a conradina. It is actually from the mint family. In the spring, it'll
Looks like a
start
mint.
blooming like this. Can
Wow,
you
that
smell
smells so good.
Doesn't it smell good?
Wow. What is this one right here?
The common name is tropical sage.
Tropical sage.
This is a fantastic one for hummingbirds. Bees love it, and it's so easy to grow. We really need to get back to the blooms that are productive and support our wildlife.
This is where you guys get your funding, isn't it?
Right, $15. Every time you buy the plate or renew that plate, $15 comes to our foundation, and then we do research, education, and planting projects statewide.
When it's time to register your plate, get a Florida wildflower plate. It is something good for Florida, and it's what funds what you guys do.
These wildflowers, in fact this whole yard, will be self-sustaining in a few years, which means no watering.
We cannot afford to use 50 to 80% of our water on landscaping. We need it for agriculture, for food. We need it for ourselves, for drinking water. And the landscape is where every single person in Florida can make an immediate big step in conservation.
Makeovers like this can have a significant environmental impact, and until these plants can grow on their own, we're installing a state-of-the-art irrigation system to water them.
This is the sprinkler head?
Yep, that is a sprinkler head.
Sure, you gotta be kidding me.
Yep, and there's lots of them. But this one here is definitely the most efficient. It's totally adjustable. And the thing about this whole entire landscape is we want to slowly have it so you don't need any water at all. If there are a few plants that just can't quite make it, we can still have these on and then shut everything else off. So that's what makes this so great.
As these plants establish, you can turn these little
You
things
just
off.
crank them down.
Crank them down.
Yep.
And then the ones that still need a little water, leave
You
them
just-
open.
Exactly.
Genius.
Yep.
Okay, looks like the plants are just about in, which means time to mulch, which like everything else in this yard, is Florida friendly.
So tell me about this mulch, Tom.
This is flora mulch. It's ground up Melaleuca trees, which is invasive trees
Okay.
that are all over South Florida primarily, and they grind them up and make a great mulch out of them. So it's a renewable product because the trees keep growing and better than using cypress trees.
I do want to lend a personal touch to this makeover, so I'm making some signs for the different new areas in Bernie's yard.
There's something about having signs in your garden that just makes it a little more personal. So look at what I did here. So I got this for her wildflower garden. These are really simple to make. And check this one out. This I'll put out front. Bernie's Florida yard. She's gonna love that. And I got a special one. Check this out. For her pineapple patch. Just a rake. I painted green. And this is really gonna give a nice little accent, and it's gonna personalize her yard and I think she's going to love it.
Meanwhile, Bernie and Brad are still soaking up this beautiful Florida day.
This is going to have your lunch features for today.
What do you think of wild boar?
It's pretty good.
Gosh, look at this. This is the pineapple patch. You know, when we first started this, Bernie was very adamant that we keep her pineapples, and we have done that. We've made a tribute to them. Look at this. Looks like a little piece of Hawaii.
While there's plenty of environmental reasons for the design of this new yard, there are some practical ones too, including pulling all those existing plants away from the house.
It's a good idea to get the foliage away from the house. You get a lot of mildew and mold growing on the house. It destroys your paint. You can't get to your windows. So we try to get plants away from the house. Gets better air circulation, keeps it clean, and you can look at your plants from the inside rather than having to just look at them from the outside.
This Florida yard is almost flipped.
Well, not quite. One more setback.
I know.
It's 4 o'clock, sir. What's the status here? What's going on?
Well, we got a little hold up. Somebody hit a pipe with their shovel.
And we're an hour away. It doesn't look like it. It's going to come together, right?
Let's hope so.
I love his confidence.
Well, I can't fix an irrigation pipe, but I can get my signs in the ground.
She is going to love these signs.
Part of the reason she's going to love it? This beautiful edibles garden that Tom and his crew have planted.
And this is going to be an important area right here for Bernie, because not only do we have her pineapples, but we also have her bird of paradise, which we know is very important to her. It was given to her when her mother passed away.
Yep.
And so we've kind of paid tribute to that. We want to make sure that she can still see that when she comes out of the house.
Yep, it's right there, kind of somewhat front and center.
Yeah.
Because that was really special to her, so we wanted to keep that plant for her.
Okay, here's 3 ways to save Florida's water. First, don't make the lawn bigger than you need. Remember, the less lawn you have, the less water you'll use. Second, plant more native plants, because once they're established, they'll require no irrigation. And third, water at the right times, early in the morning or late in the day.
5 minutes, guys. She's going to be here any minute. Bernie's Florida yard is almost finished.
Tom, you did it.
5 minutes ago.
You did it, sir. You did it.
Good deal.
I mean, what a feat. We did in 8 hours what normally takes you 5 days, and it looks gorgeous. How do you feel?
I feel good. I didn't know if we were going to get it done or not, but enough people were here to help, and we got it done.
Okay, finally the moment we've been waiting for.
They're here.
Here's Bernie and Brad to see for the first time their brand new Florida-friendly yard.
Okay, are you guys ready?
We are.
I hope so.
Take off your glasses.
Oh my gosh!
This is wonderful.
It's awesome!
This speaks to us. This is great.
You're crying.
I know.
Why are you crying?
Because I cried because it's so beautiful. Really, there's no way we can thank all the people that made this possible. It's incredible, and we know a lot of work went into this, because this would be a project that would take weeks, and they did it in a day. And my pineapples, you saved them. We've got a garden in our front yard. Family roots. Oh, then we stepped a little bit further, and I saw that they had all preserved our bird of paradise, and that's when I lost it, of course. I just can't believe that we won this, and we were so blessed. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
Oh.
What a day. You know, it felt good to do this for Bernie and Brad, but it also felt good to do something great for Florida. Well, that's our show. I hope you learned something, but more importantly, I hope you feel encouraged to get out and do Florida.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, that's a phone line, all right. Is it a gas line, or are you sure it's a phone line?
Yeah, it's a phone. Phone or a cable.
I'll tell her it's a gas, just to keep her hopping.
We don't have kids, but we do have pineapples.
Chef grows these personally in his bathtub at his house. He prepared these as he bathed. Call me right back. She saw some more dolphins. She had to let me go. She's more interested in the dolphins right now than her phone line.
I was out there frolicking with them.
Really? Tom likes to frolic with dolphins. You're wasting time, sir. She had frolicking dolphins today. Does it get any better than that? Everyone stop. This is the wrong house. All this needs to go back.